There is no denying that Naruto is an epic, action-filled anime series that has been responsible for producing some of the most incredible fights in anime history. Most of the fight scenes in Naruto are excellently directed, which is sufficient to keep the eyes of the fans fixated on the screen. There are all types of fights in the series, ranging from intense hand-to-hand combat to fights involving a variety of jutsu. Due to the heterogeneity of the fights, it is extremely difficult to choose a favorite, but some of them are better than the rest. So, here are my top 6 best battles in Naruto Shippuden. In the hush of the aftermath, the world paused to honor the sacrifice of a true hero. Might Guy's tale is a reminder of the enduring human spirit, capable of rising against insurmountable odds. In the grand tapestry of shinobi legends, his story burns bright, a beacon for all who believe in the power of unwavering courage and selflessness. In the echoes of that battle, we find not just the story of a fight, but a profound narrative about life's fleeting nature, about the moments that define us, and about the choices that make heroes out of men. As the shadows lengthen and the day gives way to night, remember the green beast of Konoha, who in his final blaze of glory taught us that some fires burn so brightly they can never truly be extinguished. Gather around the campfire, grab some dango, because we're revisiting a battle so epic, so legendary, it'll leave you feeling like you just chugged a whole vat of Kurama's chakra. We're talking about the Fourth Great Ninja War, remember? Everything's on the brink, Kaguya's looming, Obito's a rogue popsicle, and Naruto and Sasuke are missing in action, probably lost in another dimension arguing over ramen. And there is Might Guy, the man, the myth, the jumpsuit legend. The battlefield's a cratered wasteland, smoke billows black against the blood-red sky. Despair hangs thick in the air, heavier than a tailed beast furball. Then a figure emerges radiating an almost comical level of optimism. It's Guy, a beacon of green amidst the gloom, his brow sharper than a Chidori, and his grin wider than a Rasengan's impact zone. But hold on, this ain't your average taijutsu throwdown. Guy unleashes a secret weapon passed down through generations of knuckleheads, the 8 inner gates. Remember Rock Lee against Gaara? Now imagine that, but on steroids with a side order of pure, unadulterated badassery. Guy's a blur of emerald fury, each punch a seismic event, each kick a hurricane of wind pressure. Madara, the nigh-invincible god of shinobi, scoffs. He throws a jutsu that could level a mountain range, but Guy dodges with the grace of a gazelle on a sugar rush. We're talking Matrix-level acrobatics, leaving after-images in his wake. Punches rain down like a meteor shower, each one strong enough to shatter Susanoo armor. For the first time in his life, Madara Uchiha is on the back foot. He throws his arsenal fireballs, Susanoo slashes, the works, but Guy predicts them all. It's like watching a living, breathing Sharingan analyze and counter every attack. The crowd goes wild. Even Kakashi, the ever-stoic copy ninja, can't help but crack a rare smile. Over on the sidelines, Lee sheds tears of pure, unadulterated pride. His sensei, the man who believed in him when no one else did, is surpassing even his wildest dreams. This isn't just a fight, it's a testament to the power of hard work, of dedication burning brighter than 1,000 exploding tags. But with great power comes a terrible price. Guy's body screams in protest with every blow. We see the toll, the veins bulging like tangled snakes, blood erupting from his pores. This is taijutsu at its most raw, its most desperate. Yet Guy pushes on, fueled by a fire hotter than Amaterasu itself. He fights not for glory, not for recognition, but for his students, his comrades. Then comes the moment that'll forever be etched in the annals of Naruto history. Guy unleashes his final attack, a technique whispered only in hushed tones. Night Guy! He transforms into a blazing blue comet, a living projectile aimed straight for Madara's heart. The earth trembles, the very fabric of reality seems to tear. Even Madara, with his godly power, is forced to defend himself with everything he's got. The clash is pure, unadulterated hype. The dust settles, and for a horrifying moment we hold our collective breath. Did he actually do it? But alas, the cruel reality sets in. Madara, though battered and bruised, reveals his trump card. The air crackles with disbelief. Guy collapses, his body a ravaged husk, the 8 gates having taken their final toll. We're left speechless, tears welling up. This isn't the ending we wanted, but even in defeat, Guy achieved something truly remarkable. He proved that sheer willpower and unwavering spirit can challenge even the gods themselves. Madara, ever the arrogant one, acknowledges Guy's strength. He grudgingly bestows upon him the title of strongest taijutsu user. This ain't just some consolation prize, folks. This is the ultimate respect from a man who's walked amongst legends. Guy, the underdog, the eternal optimist, the taijutsu master, has earned his place in the halls of ninja history. And that's not all. Guy's sacrifice wasn't in vain. It bought Naruto and Sasuke precious time, a window of opportunity to turn the tide of the war after receiving power boost from Hagoromo. The night sky bleeds crimson above the Hidden Leaf village. Flames lick at the wooden rooftops, casting grotesque shadows that dance with the wind. In the distance, the monstrous silhouette of the nine-tailed fox, Kurama, roars, its chakra a crackling inferno. The nine-tailed fox, a monstrous entity of unparalleled power, has been unleashed upon Konoha.
A hero who saved the Hidden Leaf village from an attack by a vicious beast.
It's the Nine-Tails!
Orchestrated by a cloaked figure, the village burns and its people flee in terror. Camera pans to a figure standing defiant before the chaos. Minato Namikaze, the Yellow Flash. Minato arrives to face the beast and the one who unleashed it.
Did you notice me?
Minato, a whirlwind of blonde hair and a determined glint in his blue eyes, holds a kunai tight, his cloak billowing in the hot wind. But Konoha has a protector, a beacon of hope in this darkest hour.
Choose where I redirect this.
I am your opponent.
And you're done for.
He got away so fast.
Cut to Obito Uchiha, shrouded in darkness. His single visible eye burns with a cold, calculating rage. Obito, this is for you, Rin. This is for the world that failed you. Tonight, Konoha falls. Driven by a twisted sense of vengeance for his fallen comrade, Obito Uchiha, a former Konoha prodigy, fuels the Kyuubi's rampage. He seeks to remake the world in his own twisted image. A world where his pain finds solace in destruction. Minato charges, a blur of yellow against the fiery backdrop. He throws a kunai, its tip glowing with the flying Reijin Jutsu's mark. Teleportation markers litter the battlefield, a testament to Minato's unparalleled speed. Minato, the fastest shinobi alive, a master of the flying Reijin Jutsu, dances around the Kyuubi's enraged swipes. He knows brute force won't win this fight. He must reach the masked figure orchestrating this carnage. Obito, sensing Minato's approach, phases through a kunai aimed for his head. He materializes behind Minato, a dark spear aimed for a killing blow. But Obito, wielding the mysterious jutsu of Kamui, is a ghost on the battlefield. He can phase through attacks, a constant threat lurking in the shadows. Minato spins, barely dodging the spear. He throws another kunai, this one aimed at Obito's wrist. The kunai passes through the intangible figure, but Minato is a master tactician. He anticipates Obito's movements, using the Kamui's intangibility against him. A single, well-placed attack could be the key to victory. The two engage in a breathtaking display of speed and skill. Minato utilizes his flying Raijin to teleport around the battlefield, launching surprise attacks, while Obito relies on his phasing ability and the Kyuubi's fury to keep Minato on the defensive. The battle rages. Minato, a whirlwind of yellow against Obito, a phantom in the darkness. Each clash is a testament to their prowess. Each near miss a reminder of the devastation at stake. The scene cuts back and forth between the brutal dance of Minato and Obito and the Kyuubi's rampage, threatening to engulf the entire village. Can Minato stop the nine-tailed fox before it reduces Konoha to ashes? Can he overcome the darkness that fuels Obito's rage, or will this night be etched in history as the night Konoha fell? The fight reaches a fever pitch. Minato, battered but determined, prepares the Rasengan, a swirling sphere of pure chakra. Obito, sensing an opportunity, lunges for a final desperate attack.
I won!
The crimson sun dipped below the horizon, casting long, ominous shadows across the Valley of the End. The air crackled with a tension that transcended the battlefield. It was the weight of history, a culmination of decades of bloodshed, etched upon the very landscape. Here in this desolate scar upon the earth stood Madara Uchiha and Hashirama Senju, two titans locked in a final desperate dance. Their rivalry was a gnarled ancient tree, its roots buried deep in the fertile soil of childhood. Madara, a prodigy blessed with the Sharingan, an eye that mirrored the soul and mirrored death in equal measure. Hashirama, a boisterous youth with a chakra that pulsed with the vibrancy of life itself, able to weave the very essence of nature into his will. They were rivals forged in the fires of war, their clans, the Uchiha and the Senju, locked in an endless cycle of vengeance that painted the land crimson. Each clash between them was a brutal epic. Madara, a whirlwind of obsidian flames and crackling lightning, his Susanoo armor a shimmering sapphire giant cleaving the earth with its ethereal blade. Hashirama, an immovable mountain, his wood-released jutsu blossoming into towering forests that snared and crushed with an unrelenting emerald embrace. Yet amidst the chaos, a fragile bud of camaraderie dared to bloom. In stolen moments between battles, they dreamt of a different path, a world where children wouldn't be forced to wield blades before they could hold chopsticks. This shared dream, nurtured by stolen moments of laughter and grudging respect, blossomed into Konoha, the village hidden in the leaves. It was a naive hope, a fragile dove taking flight amidst a storm of ravens. Hashirama became the embodiment of this dream. His booming laughter and unwavering optimism echoed through the village like a war horn calling for peace. But Madara, ever the pragmatist, saw the cracks forming in the foundation, the embers of old hatred glowing beneath a veneer of unity. The Uchiha, he believed, were being ostracized, their power feared. The cycle of violence, he argued, could only be broken with absolute power, a force so overwhelming it would compel surrender, not hatred. Their ideals, as divergent as their jutsu, became the fault lines that split their bond. The final battle was a tempestuous ballet, a desperate flailing of limbs against the inevitable. Hashirama's towering wood golem, a titan carved from living wood, grappled with Madara's perfect Susanoo, a god wrought from vengeance. The very earth groaned under the strain, rivers were redirected in a single earth-shattering blow, and mountains crumbled like sandcastles. Yet for all the earth-shaking power on display, a poignant sorrow hung heavy in the air. As the dust settled like a shroud, Hashirama stood alone, the titanic wood golem dissipating into the twilight. Madara, broken and defeated, lay amidst the wreckage, his once vibrant Susanoo a shattered husk. Tears, glistening like shattered pearls, traced paths down Hashirama's weathered face. He knelt beside his fallen friend, his hand outstretched in a final plea for their childhood dream. Madara, his voice rasped, heavy with unshed tears. This isn't the future we envisioned. Remember the day we climbed the Nidame's tree? We swore to build a world together, a world where children wouldn't know the sting of loss. But Madara's eyes, once blazing with ambition, now flickered with a cold detachment. The years of war had etched themselves onto his soul, leaving behind a desolate landscape where hope once resided. The dream was a naive child's fancy, Hashirama? He rasped, his voice a mere shadow of its former boisterous self. Peace cannot bloom in a field watered by blood. Only power, absolute and undeniable, can end this cycle. Hashirama's hand trembled as he lowered it. The weight of his friend's words, heavy with a truth he desperately wished to deny, pressed down upon him. In that moment, under the bruised expanse of the twilight sky, the dream of Konoha, the dream of a united world, fractured. The valley floor, forever scarred by their titanic clashes, became a stark symbol of their shattered bond. The legend of Madara and Hashirama, whispered on the wind like a mournful elegy, became a cautionary tale. A testament to the power of ideals, both the unwavering pursuit of peace and the ruthless grasping for power to achieve it. It served as a stark reminder of the cost, the broken friendships, the shattered dreams that war inevitably exacts. As the night deepened, the only sound that echoed through the Valley of the End was the mournful cry of a lone raven, a solitary witness to the death of a dream. Sasuke, fueled by a desperate hope for answers, launched a final, all-encompassing Chidori. Weakened by illness, Itachi could only stand his ground, a single tear tracing a path down his pale cheek. The blow landed, a horrific symphony of crackling lightning and bone-chilling screams. Silence descended, heavy and suffocating. The rain had stopped, leaving behind a world washed clean yet utterly desolate. Itachi lay crumpled, a single shaft of sunlight illuminating his fallen form. In Sasuke's trembling hands, his brother's body felt strangely cold, devoid of the warmth that should have resided within. A howl of grief, raw and primal, ripped from Sasuke's throat. The fight was over, but the victory tasted like ash. The truth, finally revealed, was a bitter pill to swallow. Itachi, the monster he'd sworn to destroy, was the one who had protected him all along. The weight of that revelation, the crushing loneliness that followed, threatened to consume him whole. In the ruins of their past, Sasuke was left alone, the last Uchiha, adrift in a sea of regret, cradling the cold remains of a brother he never truly knew. The storm within had finally subsided, leaving behind a heart shattered beyond repair. The rain may have stopped, but the tears for Sasuke would fall for a very long time. The abandoned Uchiha compound, a skeletal husk of a once proud clan. Rain lashed against the shattered windows, a mournful counterpoint to the storm brewing inside. Sasuke, a whirlwind of crimson and rage, stood opposite his brother Itachi, their Sharingan eyes, mirrors reflecting a fractured past. Locked in a silent battle, years of festering fury contorted Sasuke's face. Every taunt, every unanswered question, every memory of that blood-stained night fueled his movements. He lunged, a blur of punches and kicks honed by Orochimaru's tutelage. Itachi, ever the prodigy, met each blow with practiced ease, but this wasn't a dance of equals. Each deflected attack echoed in Sasuke's mind, a stark reminder of the gulf that separated them. The frustration was a tangible presence, a metallic tang in the air. Was this all there was? Years consumed by vengeance, only to find himself still grasping at shadows? A flicker of doubt. Just then, a flicker of crimson light engulfed Sasuke. Trapped in a Tsukuyomi, a genjutsu that warped reality, he relived the Uchiha massacre, the screams of his parents, the metallic tang of blood, the chilling echo of Itachi's laughter. It all came rushing back, a never-ending loop of excruciating pain. Naruto's voice, a beacon of hope, pierced through the illusion. "Sasuke, don't fall for it!" The memory of his rival, his friend, sparked a flicker of defiance within Sasuke. With a roar that shook the very foundation of the building, he tore himself free, panting, eyes blazing with renewed fury. The cost of power, the battle raged. Fire jutsu met water style. Chidori clashed against Amaterasu. The room, once a symbol of Uchiha pride, became a graveyard of splintered wood and shattered memories. Yet with every deflected blow, every near miss, the truth became undeniable. Sasuke wasn't strong enough. But what was strength in the face of this agonizing charade? A single cough from Itachi, a crimson stain blooming on his black cloak, offered a glimpse into a different truth. Weakness, perhaps, or a burden heavier than any jutsu. A glimpse of humanity. A memory flickered in Sasuke's mind, a childhood scene bathed in the gentle glow of twilight. A young Itachi, his voice laced with a tenderness Sasuke had long forgotten, pleaded, Please, Sasuke, don't hate me. There's more to this story than you know. Doubt, a serpent, began to coil around Sasuke's heart. Could there be another side? A hidden pain behind Itachi's stoicism? The question hung heavy in the air, a counterpoint to the clash of steel. Itachi, burdened by a secret that could shatter Sasuke's world, could only fight to awaken his Mangekyo Sharingan. This ultimate power, born of tragedy, was a desperate gamble on a future where Sasuke wouldn't walk the same path of vengeance. In the heart of the storm, amidst the ruins of what was once a sanctuary of family and power, Sasuke and Itachi's battle transcended mere physical combat. It was a clash of ideals, a painful examination of the burdens we carry and the lengths we go to for what we perceive as justice. As the fight drew to a close, the air thick with the scent of ozone and unshed tears, a profound silence fell over the Uchiha compound. The storm outside had passed, leaving in its wake a fragile peace that mirrored the quiet understanding dawning between the brothers. In this desolate, broken place, Sasuke learned that power is not merely the ability to destroy, but also the strength to understand. Vengeance had driven him to the edge of his humanity, blinding him with its seductive whisper of finality and retribution. But through the very confrontation he had sought to end Itachi's life, he found the seeds of redemption. Itachi's final act, a subtle smile as he collapsed, wasn't one of defeat but of release. He had carried the weight of their clan's expectations and his decisions, each one a heavy step on a path he walked alone. In his fall, he offered Sasuke not just the truth, but a chance to choose a different path. This tale of two brothers, intertwined with the themes of power, vengeance, and redemption, serves as a poignant reminder of the complex tapestry of motives that drive us. The quest for power often leaves in its wake a trail of sorrow, yet it is in our darkest moments that the opportunity for redemption shines brightest. In the end, Sasuke stood alone amidst the ruins, the echoes of his brother's life teaching him that the hardest battles are fought within the chambers of our own hearts. And the truest form of strength is found not in vengeance, but in forgiveness and understanding.
Feel pain, accept pain, and know pain.
Those who do not know pain will never understand true peace.
And now, this world shall know pain. Almighty push!
Homes crumbled, dreams shattered, and the air was thick with dust and the cries of the fallen. Amidst the chaos, a silence fell as if the very earth held its breath for the arrival of its hero. In the rubble, a figure emerged from Gamakichi's back, cloaked not in darkness but in hope. It was Naruto, his face etched with a hardened resolve, surveys the devastation. His eyes, usually overflowing with youthful exuberance, now burn with a cold fury. We see a flash of Jiraiya's mangled face, a silent promise echoing in the stillness. It was the boy who once sought acknowledgement, now a beacon of salvation for the village that had become his home. His entrance was not marked by fanfare, but by the determined gaze of cerulean eyes that had seen pain but chose to confront it with unwavering resolve. As he stood at the precipice of the village's end, the wind carried whispers of his journey, the laughter, the tears, the trials that had forged him into the shinobi he was meant to be. The villagers, battered and bruised, looked upon him not with pity but with a fervor that reignited the flames of their will to fight. Naruto's presence was a silent promise, a vow that echoed in the hearts of all who dared to hope. With each step he took, the ground beneath him seemed to heal, as if infused with the life force of his unyielding spirit. He was the prodigal son returning, not to seek forgiveness, but to offer redemption. In that moment, as he summoned the strength of his bond with the village and its people, Naruto transcended the tales of old. He was no longer a mere character in a story, he was the embodiment of perseverance, the living testament to the power of belief. The music swells, a melancholic melody laced with a hint of defiance. Naruto clenches his fists, a single tear tracing a path down his whiskered cheek. A low growl emanates from within him, a surge of the nine-tailed fox's power coursing through his veins. But Naruto grits his teeth, suppressing the rage. He isn't a monster, he's a shinobi, a protector of Konoha. He raises his head, a determined glint flickering in his eyes. This isn't just his fight anymore, it's for the village, for his friends, for Jiraiya. In a desperate attempt to protect him, Hinata steps forward, unleashing a powerful defense jutsu. Pain, unfazed, impales her with a spike, leaving Naruto in a state of shock and rage. The seal containing the nine-tailed fox weakens and a torrent of uncontrollable chakra engulfs Naruto. His normally bright orange jumpsuit darkens, morphing into a shroud with 6 tails. In this state, Naruto unleashes a fury of brutal attacks, overpowering several of Pain's bodies. Naruto loses control, his rage threatening to consume him, but within the depths of his despair, he remembers Jiraiya's teachings, the importance of never giving up on his dream of peace. With a Herculean effort, Naruto regains control, the Nine-Tails' influence receding. Then we see Naruto face the Deva Path, the apparent leader of Pain. Deva Path unleashes a devastating Shinra Tensei, repelling Naruto with immense gravitational force. Naruto, utilizing his enhanced senses in Sage mode, counters with a barrage of shadow clones, confusing Deva Path. He lands a Rasengan, but Deva Path absorbs the entire jutsu, showcasing his formidable power. Frustrated, Naruto realizes there's more to Pain than meets the eye. He uses his frog kata technique to sense chakra flow, pinpointing the true source controlling the 6 bodies, Nagato, hidden within Amegakura. As Naruto strategizes, flashbacks tear at his heart. He witnesses the lifeless bodies of his comrades, Kakashi, the ever-reliable teacher, Gamabunta, the mighty Toad Sage, and most importantly, Jiraiya, his beloved mentor. Naruto confronts Nagato directly, not with violence but with words. He challenges Nagato's twisted ideals, sharing his own pain and his unwavering belief in a future built on understanding, not destruction. This unexpected approach throws Nagato off balance. Naruto recounts Jiraiya's belief in him, how he saw the potential for good within Nagato. Touched by Naruto's story and overwhelmed by regret, Nagato makes a final, selfless act. He uses the Gedo Rinne, outer path, jutsu to revive all the lives he took in Konoha, sacrificing his own life force in the process. As Nagato fades away, Naruto stands victorious not through brute force but through empathy and a steadfast belief in a brighter future. The rain stops, symbolizing the end of the storm Pain brought upon Konoha. Naruto, forever changed by this battle, emerges as a true hero not just for his strength but for the compassion that resides within him. The battlefield trembled, a living monument to the devastation wrought. Smoke billowed from craters like dying embers, and the metallic tang of blood hung heavy in the air. The allied shinobi forces, once a tide of unwavering resolve, now resembled a battered ship tossed by the unrelenting storm that was Madara Uchiha. Madara stood amidst the carnage, a lone titan against a weary legion. His crimson eyes, swirling with the power of the eternal Mangekyo Sharingan, surveyed the battlefield with chilling indifference. A cruel smirk played on his lips, a testament to the gulf separating him from the shinobis who dared to oppose him. Tsunade, the slug princess, her face etched with grim determination, charged first. Her legendary strength, honed over decades of battle, lanced towards Madara in a flurry of devastating punches, but Madara, an effortless blur of crimson and black, sidestepped each blow with inhuman grace. A single contemptuous flick of his wrist sent Tsunade crashing to the ground, a defeated warrior. Gaara, the hidden sand leader, his face obscured by a veil of sand, launched his next assault. Sand, once his impenetrable shield, swirled around him, a coiling desert serpent poised to strike. But Madara, with a mere flick of his Susanoo-clad wrist, shattered the sand construct, leaving Gaara exposed. A brutal blow sent him sprawling, his consciousness flickering at the edge of oblivion. Mei Terumi, the hidden mist leader, her eyes blazing with fury, unleashed a torrent of scalding lava. The earth itself seemed to writhe as the molten rock surged towards Madara. Yet, with a casual raise of his hand, Madara conjured a towering wall of flames that devoured the lava in a fiery inferno. Her jutsu, countered with such ease, faltered for the first time, doubt creeping into her stoic expression. A juggernaut of crackling lightning, fueled by Ei's inhuman speed, slammed into Madara next. The hidden cloud leader, the embodiment of brute force, fought with the ferocity of a cornered beast. But Madara, his movements and arcane dance, dodged each thunderous blow. A bone-shattering counter-strike sent flying, his once proud visage contorted in pain. Silence descended upon the battlefield, broken only by the ragged gasps of the fallen village leaders. Despair, a suffocating fog, threatened to consume the remaining Allied forces. Yet amidst the wreckage stood Onoki, his weathered face etched with an unyielding resolve. With a mighty heave, Onoki slammed his staff onto the ground, summoning a colossal earthen golem. The golem, a towering giant of rock and mud, lumbered towards Madara, its every step shaking the very earth. But before it could reach him, Madara unleashed a torrent of black flames, the signature jutsu of his Susanoo. The flames, imbued with an otherworldly power, devoured the golem, reducing it to smoldering ash. Onoki, his final gambit thwarted, crumpled to his knees, his spirit broken. The supposed guardians of the shinobi world lay defeated, their combined might proving no match for Madara's overwhelming power. But as Madara surveyed the battlefield, a flicker of surprise crossed his features. From amidst the dust and debris, a lone figure emerged. In that moment, a wave of emotions, long dormant within Madara, flickered to life. These were the pawns he had meticulously placed on the chessboard of fate, destined to become his ultimate weapons. Yet, as he gazed upon their resolute forms, a foreign sensation, a flicker of doubt pierced his hardened heart. The battle lines were drawn, not just between strength and weakness, but between the ideals of a world steeped in dominance and a world where hope, however fragile, dared to fight back.
You Kage can bark as loud as you want, but it won't faze me. I'll end your pathetic lives here and now.
Madara, you're about to be crushed at the hands of the 5 Kage!
You said it! Let's pound away at this chump with Tsunade in the lead!
Not bad at all. How about a little of this?
Wood style! Deep forest emergence!
The ground!
And so, I have one question for you. Would you prefer for all of these clones to use Susanoo against you, or not? The choice is yours.